Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and it's about 6 a.m. right now, and we're getting ready to head out for our full day here in Zion National Park. We're going to be heading into Zion Canyon today. In the last video, we went and checked out a quieter, kind of more relaxed side to Zion, the Kolob Canyon section of Zion, but today we're going to go check out Zion Canyon, which is the most famous section of Zion. It has all the really famous hikes. It's supposed to have all of the best scenery in the park, so pretty excited for that. But yeah, so I think our plan is we have about a 45-minute drive into the park to the visitor center. We're gonna hop on the shuttle there. We'll take it to stop number 5, I believe. We're gonna hike Emerald Pools Trail there, and then we're gonna head to stop all the way to stop 9, which is the Temple of Sinawava, and we're gonna probably hike the Riverside Walk a little bit, maybe hike a little ways into the Narrows, which will be pretty cool, and that'll be our main full day in Zion. And then I'm thinking tomorrow, which will be the next video that'll come out, we're gonna go hike Angel's Landing early here in the morning. So yeah, we're gonna drive about 45 minutes up into Zion Canyon and then take the shuttle into the canyon. We made it in here to Zion National Park. Yeah, it was pretty easy getting into the entrance station. We came in here about 7:30 in the morning. Yeah, it's super cool around here. You can see all of the really jagged red rock peaks. They have a whole RV parking lot, so if you have an RV, it's super easy to park. We're gonna walk down there and get on the shuttle, and we're gonna take that to stop 5, and then we'll do the Emerald Pools Trail, which I believe about 2.3 miles. The way that we're doing it, there's a lower, middle, and upper Emerald Pool. So let's take the shuttle into the park and then hike the Emerald Pools Trail. We made it here to stop number 5 in the Zion Canyon. We're going to be hiking the Emerald Pools Trail. So there's a lower, middle, and upper Emerald Pool. I think we're planning on hiking to the upper because it's known to be the coolest. I'm hoping that the waterfall is running, but it might not be. Yeah, super cool in here. You can see all the really cool canyon walls. Yeah, I think to the upper Emerald Pool it's 2.3 miles, so we're gonna go hike Emerald Pools Trail. made it here to the lower Emerald Pool. Super cool hike. You can see there's multiple waterfalls kind of cascading off the rock here. I think up there is the middle Emerald Pool. There's one right there that comes down, and that one actually goes onto the trail, and you have to walk under that one. And then this one, and it all kind of leads to a pool down there. Super cool hike. We're gonna head up to the upper Emerald Pool, which I've heard is a little bit cooler than the lower Emerald Pool actually. But this whole area is just so cool. Zion, it's better than I was anticipating. We've seen hardly any people on this too, and it's like 8 a.m. so be sure to come early, or I think this would actually be really cool like around 6 o'clock, or the last shuttle out of the canyon leaves at 8:15. But yeah, really cool. We're gonna hike to the upper Emerald Pool now. The trail to the lower pool is really flat and easy, but once you pass the lower pool, you will be met with a steep climb up and even through a small slot canyon for a little bit. We opted to skip the middle Emerald Pool on our way up and hit it on the way back down. The trail to the upper pool was definitely the hardest, as it is very rocky and has a lot of loose sand in some sections. It is also very exposed to the sun, so I could imagine this being pretty brutal if you're coming later in the day. We made it here to the upper Emerald Pool. Super cool area up here. These walls, like the canyon walls, are just so tall. It's really cool. We're gonna hike back now, and we're gonna go check out the middle Emerald Pool that we skipped on our way up, and then on the way back, I think we're gonna plan on taking the Kayenta Trail back along, and we're gonna get picked up from the shuttle at stop number 6. Instead, I'm thinking that will be a good way to beat the crowd, so let's hike back down Emerald Pools Trail. We just hiked back from the upper Emerald Pool. Now we're gonna head and check out the middle Emerald Pool quick. The middle Emerald Pool was still cool, but not quite up to par with how cool the lower and upper pools were. It is still definitely worth a stop if you have time though, as it is only a few hundred feet off the main trail. After we finished up our hike to the Emerald Pools, we wanted to see a little bit more of the park before heading out. So we decided to continue into the canyon via the shuttle to stop number 9. And while we didn't have time to hike into the Narrows, we still hiked about 1.5 miles on the paved Riverside Walk. And even though it would have been really cool to hike in the Narrows, even just the Riverside Walk was so cool. But by this time of day, the crowds were really starting to pick up, and the whole hike was just wall-to-wall people, which definitely took away from the beauty. And that is one thing that I don't think people talk about enough with Zion, is the crowds. Zion is a really cool park, but with all the crowds, it definitely took away from the beauty and peace that you get in these parks. And during our time in St. George, we also were able to check out the Kolob Canyons district of Zion, which had views that were equally as good, but without all the people. The thing that I mainly learned from Zion was that most people recommend all of the super popular hikes like the Narrows and Riverside Walk. But there's so much more to this park than that. So I encourage you, if you are visiting, to get out and do some of the lesser traveled hikes. If you want to learn more about these other hikes, go check out my last video that I uploaded exploring the Kolob Canyon section of Zion National Park. That's where we're going to wrap up this video of exploring the Zion Canyon district in Zion National Park. Yeah, this district, it was pretty cool. It's definitely a lot bigger than the Kolob Canyons district of Zion, but highly recommend going to check it out. The shuttle system, it wasn't too bad, especially if you go early. If you go early enough, you won't have to deal with many of the crowds. But yeah, super cool district. All of the hikes that we did. Emerald Pools Trail was really cool. It started to get pretty busy on our way back, but on our way out we saw hardly any people. So just make sure to go early if you're gonna hike that. And the shuttles were also a little bit tougher as we got later into the day, so just make sure to go earlier. But in the next video we're going to be checking out Snow Canyon State Park, which is kind of a more underrated place in St. George. I think we're going to be doing that for sunset, and then we're also going to go hike the Narrows in Zion National Park, which I'm pretty excited for. But if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one.